Guys, so I just wanted to do a little update of something that I've been learning recently, and hopefully it will help others um, to look at this verse and these passages in the Gospel of Luke also. So there's a scene, I say scene because I'm into video work, but there's a part in the Gospel of Luke where Jesus comes by and Martha opens up her home to Jesus and many others. And there's a part there where Mary is at the feet of Jesus listening to what he's saying and giving all her focus on Jesus. And whilst this is happening, Martha is in a bit of a fluster, really. She's trying to get everything ready for everyone. She's serving. She's spending a lot of time in the kitchen preparing the food, and because she's doing it, and she's obviously, Mary isn't helping her at that point. She kind of, I wouldn't say snaps, but she's a bit like, come on, I need your help here. And Jesus lovingly rebukes Martha and says, it's really important what Mary is doing. She's given all her attention to what I'm saying, and this is a very crude version of the story. So I suggest you guys read this part in the Gospel of Luke. And it's just really incredible how this is applying to my life and many others. We can spend a lot of time serving, and we can be almost going ahead of Jesus. And for me, I realized I was spending a little bit less time with the Lord because I was spending so much time talking about the Lord. I was, answering lots of emails, and it's incredible how many people are on my YouTube. I'm so amazed. But I spent a little bit too much time answering emails and comments, and I was kind of absorbed in the YouTube world too much that I realized that I wasn't actually sitting at the foot of Jesus enough. My cup was kind of running a little bit more empty than normal, just because I was serving but not taking time out to sit at the foot of Jesus and hear him. And so this is so important for us as Christians. We want to go out there and proclaim the word, and it's almost like we're on the rock of Jesus, and there's others that are in the sea around, and we're like, come to Jesus, come to Jesus. And in my case, I kind of left the rock slightly. I was like, started to wade in the water and come to Jesus. And I realized that you can't do anything without Christ. And if I'm not sitting and waiting on the Lord above serving, then it's not going to work, because it's all through Jesus that any of these works happen, right? And so I started to almost swim out into the water trying to tell people about the Lord, but actually spending less time sitting at the foot of the Lord and praying and just waiting on him. And so I think it's so important for us to take note of that story. Whether you're a Martha or a Mary at this stage in your life, there's been times where I've been a Mary and I've just sat at the foot of the Lord and just worshipped him and really immersed myself in Jesus. And I suggest we all do that all the time, but we have to be careful of going adrift and serving so much that we're almost doing it from our own self. And so I've withdrawn a little bit from answering so many comments all the time, because there just isn't enough of me to reply. As much as I want to, I really need to just, Jesus is the first love, and to just withdraw from the world sometimes and just sit at his feet is so important. And coming to the forest and reading the Bible and just entering into his rest and just loving the Lord. And then all things will come through that. So we need to, for me, I need to just be aware of that I'm not turning into too much of a Martha in that situation where I'm getting flustered and trying to do too much. If you guys have a moment, read that in the Gospel of Luke, and just question where you're at in your walk with the Lord, whether you're sitting and waiting on the Lord. And I know that is the hardest thing to do, is to actually just wait on the Lord. It's crazy. We always want to do things to prove ourselves, but we can't. We can't. It's not about that, and it's just about surrendering to Christ on a daily basis, picking up our cross and following Him. And if that means withdrawing from doing stuff to serve, then sometimes you just have to do that and take a bit of time out for yourself with the Lord, and let Him fill your cup. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today and show you guys the woods. This is beautiful woods near my hometown. I mean, it's winter now, eh? But yeah, I love you guys so much. God bless you all.